to read a paragraph from the report by Mr. Abram Aita. It says that in 2025, Namibia Financial Inclusion Survey reported that 54.1% of adults earn 2,000 Namibian dollars or less per month, while only 8.1% earn more than 11,000 Namibian dollars per month. Now, the implications are clear. Home ownership is increasingly becoming a market for the rich and those with substantial wealth. Now, the question is, what are the conclusions in the housing income survey? And for most ordinary residents unable to buy, renting is supposed to be to provide flexibility and temporary relief. Yet in Windhoek, the rental market has become very, very expensive. One-bedroom flats are being advertised at 12,000 Namibian dollars to 15,000 Namibian dollars per month, excluding utilities.
It's very serious. This is not just something that I'm sucking out of my thumb.
Yeah.
This is the reality. This is daily life for hundreds of thousands of people in Namibia. Let's look at it. Let's detach ourselves a little bit and take a step back and we look at it from a more neutral perspective. Because it's very easy. This becomes an emotional issue.
It is.
I mean, Elsie, think for yourself. You've got children. If you need to tell them, listen, babies, I don't know where we're going to sleep tonight. Can you imagine that? And it's unfortunately very far removed from the existential reality of people with money, but it is equally unfortunately the daily life of far too many people. So there are two issues here. The one is an income issue. The other one is cost of commodity issue. Now, you remember that I said there's the structural imbalance.
Yes.
And I summarized it very superficially, briefly, as there is huge demand. Hundreds of thousands of people need a place to stay, but there's limited supply.
Yeah.
So what happens? Landlords can ask what they want. If you look at what Abram wrote there, 12,000 for a one-bedroom flat is a bit of an upmarket flat. It is not your average one-bedroom flat, but I guarantee you don't get a garden flat below 6,000. That is sort of the bottom value.
Yeah.
If you have a garden flat at less than 6,000, you are very lucky. The moment that house gets sold and new owners move in, you're going to be evicted from your cozy little garden flat, and the new owners will ask $12,000 for that $6,000 garden flat. So, in a part of the article that I didn't bring you a copy of, he's asking the rhetorical question, will we see a rent control board? Now, it is a good question, but the moment you go to rent control, we've got two very good examples. The one is about 20 years ago, Zimbabwe, in Harare, where they imposed rent control. And within 2 years, they have completely destroyed the entire rental market. Because homeowners, or the people who have the ability to afford to build units that can be leased or rented out to tenants, they just stop building. So if the moment that you interfere in the market from the outside, where you cap what can be asked for a unit, and there's a way you can formulate this. There are several ways that you can formulate this, but it doesn't work. The other example is much more recent. It's now in New York. Mr. Mandami, the new mayor there, who wants to try and fix the housing problem through taxes. Also, it doesn't work. Why? And you can see this already happening in New York. People with a second property, they now start selling them. People with a main and a secondary property are starting to sell them both. And you know what they do? They're moving to Texas and to California. So the reason why I am using these two examples is to illustrate that you don't solve a supply-demand imbalance in economics by capping either ends of the equation. What you need to do is you need to solve the fundamental problem. In Namibia, it's a binary problem. You need to increase income. That will not happen out of sync with the growth in the rest of the economy.
Yeah.
The other one is you need to increase supply. The moment that you start implementing a policy where it is to the benefit of the owners of the housing units to build more, that is where you start solving the crisis. Because more units, when you increase the supply, the price will gradually come down. But then you have to be serious. It doesn't help if you say, we need to build 1,000 extra units in Windhoek. It's not going to make any difference. You need to build 100,000 extra units somewhere in Windhoek.
Are we referring to the city of Windhoek, or are we referring to individuals as
It all
business
depends
owners?
where the money is going to come from.
Let's quickly go.
The demand is there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Let's quickly go for a short break.